In the early 1960s, visionary architect Selwyn Goldsmith designed the initial curb cut, or dropped curb, to encourage people with limited mobility to have access to city sidewalks. Now, this was part of a larger movement led largely by disability advocates toward universal access in the built environment. And this would be done by changing policies, systems, and structures to promote full inclusion. In the last few decades, architects, product developers, and UX designers have embraced this philosophy of universal design. Coined by the architect Ronald Mace, universal design is built on the core belief that we should design environments to be usable by all people without the need for adaptation or specialized design. This inclusive approach allows everyone to benefit from such designs. Hence, caregivers pushing strollers will benefit from curb cuts. Similarly, viewers use closed captioning on videos regardless of their hearing. In other words, when you design for everyone benefits from the design. Universal design for learning applies the same philosophy of universal design to every aspect of learning, from learning spaces to materials to instruction and assessment to classroom culture and behavior management. Built around cognitive neuroscience, UDL is an inclusive educational framework that seeks to remove barriers while also keeping the learning challenging for all students. This UDL approach includes a paradigm shift from a deficit mindset to neurodiversity, and from singular accommodations to universally accessible scaffolds and support, and from a teacher-centric view to a student-centered approach centered on student agency. In the 1990s, Dr. David Rose and the Center for Applied Special Technology, or CAST, articulated 3 UDL principles. Number 1, multiple means of engagement, which focuses on the affective networks, or the why of learning. Number 2, multiple means of representation, which focuses on the recognition network, or the what of learning. And number 3, multiple means of action and expression, which focuses on the strategic networks, or the how of learning. So what does this actually look like in the classroom? Well, there is no one set prescriptive way of doing UDL, but here are a few ideas. When it comes to the why of learning, teachers can focus on student interests, agency, and motivation. This helps students become self-directed, meaning they are both self-starters and self-managers. And it starts with student choice. This might include choice menus or launching a genius hour, letting students select what they read, or figure out what problems they want to solve in math. They can also pursue their questions with a Wonder Day activity or a longer inquiry-based learning project. And this starts with a provocation, which leads students to ask their own questions, engage in research and data gathering, where they then analyze the data and share their findings and insights with others. As educators, we can build interdependency into student collaboration so that every student has a voice in the learning community. Interdependence is that overlap where students work independently, but they still depend on each other. Now, this sense of ownership can help promote student self-regulation. Students can see their progress toward mastery as they set goals, monitor their progress, and reflect on the learning. When it comes to what students learn, we can provide learners with multiple methods for accessing the learning content. This might include using multiple font sizes, closed captioning, text-to-speech technology, or the ability to change speed in audio and video. It's also what happens when we front-load vocabulary and provide sentence stems that any students can access. It might also include incorporating graphic organizers or visuals to help process the information, as well as providing slideshows in advance before class begins. When it comes to how students learn, we can provide learners with multiple methods for demonstrating what they are learning. This might include providing flexibility on timing and due dates for assignments and projects, but also incorporating additional think time or more opportunities to practice retrieval during a lesson. We can also provide calendars and checklists, as well as project blueprints that break down the tasks for students. We can provide choices for the methods that they're using to solve problems, or multiple media formats for their finished products. Universal Design for Learning embraces the diversity of all learners so that all students are empowered to become self-directed problem solvers and lifelong learners. Hey, would you do me a favor? If you found this video to be helpful, would you click the like button on there and maybe leave a comment about how you're using UDL in your classroom? And if you want to be one of the first people to get my videos, click the subscribe button and you'll get an email alerting you every time I do a new sketch video.